Heyo!
Ye-
This is Xios down here now. Up there is...
Serpent, I'm going to be game mastering today.
Ta-da!
I believe I'm next, Rex D.
I'm Celestia.
This is going to be...
His first time on this channel.
This is going to be session
Very
0 of Serpent's Last Hope.
Yes, that is close to the title.
Serpent's
All right.
no hope, more like.
I mean, with this group, you don't know. We are roundabouts here on the map. In the small town of Falcon's Hollow. This is going to be fun because this was actually the very first Pathfinder adventure ever written in the world of Galarian, in the world of Pathfinder. It was put out for free RPG Day way, way back in 2007. It was written for Dungeons & Dragons 3.5 because they hadn't invented Pathfinder yet. But I have lovingly transposed it to Pathfinder 2nd Edition. We're now going to do a series of zoom-ins so you can see exactly where we are.
Yeah.
This is the nation of Andoran. The nation of Andoran used to be part of the mighty T.R.A.S.H Empire. Are y'all over here? I see you over here. Yeah, there we go. The nation of Andoran used to be part of the mighty T.R.A.S.H Empire, but the mighty T.R.A.S.H Empire is no longer quite so mighty, and there was a revolution. And Andoran broke away in that revolution, and now they are the world's only republic, with all of the problems that you would expect a very new colonial republic to have, even though it's been hundreds of years. But come on, we all know that things don't actually change in a Dungeons & Dragons setting. We are going to be here in Falcon's Hollow, in the Dark Moon Vale.
But we're in a Paizo setting.
We are in a Paizo setting. Things will occasionally change during a Paizo setting, but only during actual campaigns, not in history.
Yet.
That's not quite true. That's not quite true, but it's like the weird thing where it's like, oh, it's kind of a colonial republic feel, except it's been a colonial republic for hundreds of years.
Come on. Candy says hi.
Hi.
On the coast of the River Foam lies Falcon's Hollow. Falcon's Hollow is a logging town, and it's a logging town because in the Dark Moon Woods, there is duskwood, the hard wood that's as strong as iron, and that is used to make all of Andoran's sizable navy. In fact, the nation of Andoran has an exclusive contract with the lumber consortium that wholly owns Falcon's Hollow. Falcon's Hollow is a company town. It is owned by the lumber consortium. They chop down the duskwood trees and they send them to other cities in Andoran, where they are built into the mighty Andoran navy. which means this is a very important place for the entire nation, and they care a lot about it. You have arrived in Falcon's Hollow for various reasons, and we'll get into that when we introduce your characters. And finally, we have Falcon's Hollow itself. The town of Falcon's Hollow. That is the view of Falcon's Hollow from the River Foam. It's a sleepy little town. It's only got about 1,400 people in it, almost all of whom are human. There are some halflings, about 24 elves, about 24 other things. See if I can make it go directly to where I want it to.
Yeah.
Typically show that to everybody. So you get the image. There you go. The image of Falcon's Hollow. A sleepy little lumber town that is in fact wholly owned by the Lumber Consortium. If you work for the Lumber Consortium, you get to live there free. Isn't that generous of them? There is exactly one temple in town, and it is a temple to Iyamade. Iyamade is a goddess that is kind of seen as a little bit of a goody two-shoes. Some people don't like that very much. Other people like it very much. She's the inheritor, the light of the sword, the lady of valor. Her areas of concern are honor, justice, rulership, and valor. As you can imagine, lots of paladins from this church. That is the only temple in town. Otherwise, there's cut yards, which are basically a sawmill. That's the most important industry in town. There's a walled-off section to the northeast that you're going to see right there that only the finest citizens of Falcon's Hollow are allowed to enter. You are not the finest citizens. In fact, you're not even Veilers. You're outsiders, treated with something of suspicion by the local residents, who, like many small-town people, tend to be quite superstitious. You have arrived at the local inn. And this is an excellent time for you to introduce your characters and tell us why you've come to this sleepy little town.
Shall we go in order?
Sure, let's go in order.
So, I am playing T.R.A.H. She's a catfolk who is a monk. She's come to this town basically to get some first-hand experience with the world because there's only so much you can learn in a monastery. She is mostly hairless. She's basically as things get, but there's, for some reason, scales all where there should be fur. She has a purple mohawk.
Excellent. And why has Kara arrived in Falcon's Hollow?
She's passing through, hoping to find some food, maybe a group to be with.
A lot of people pass through this town. The Duskwood industry means that there's also trade that goes through here. A natural reason to be here. Let's see. Tavir, I believe you're next.
Yep. I am playing Little Paw. She is what looks to be a normal ferret. So maybe a little more bulkier than your average ferret. If you look closer, then what you would see that would really be unusual is that there's a twinkle in her eyes that your normal ferret wouldn't have. There's something slightly off about her forepaws, and she's wearing not really clothing per se, but she's got a series of belts and pouches attached to her, and little goggles on her head. As for why
is Little Paw in Falcon's Hollow?
As for why Little Paw is in Falcon's Hollow, she has just ditched the adventuring party that she was with, and is currently going around and liberating people's pockets. So, to get the nice little shiny coins.
Shinies. So a ferret walking on two hind legs looking for marks. Excellent. And next we have Rexty.
She's often on all fours as well.
Ah, yes.
Well, I'm playing Henrietta, the goblin. Knowing how goblins are treated by most non-goblinoid people, she learned very quickly not to smile. Her rows of razor-sharp teeth tended to be unnerving to most people that were not already considered villains and uncivilized. She keeps mostly to herself and has done along the road, but has done some trading here and there as part of a larger wagon and caravan that came into town very recently. She used to work for a mercenary company, but will point out that because she was the one that could count, she was left behind, and because she was the one that could count, the entire mercenary band died without her because they took on a force that they could not beat. She's here in Falcon's Hollow, not really looking for anything, just passing through, hoping to attach to another caravan, maybe a group of people to move on from here and continue living.
Yes. A tale of tragedy from the survivor of her previous party. And finally, Celestia, tell us about Elwyn.
She is a cleric of Pharasma. She is mostly kind of wandering around trying to look for other followers and learn more about not only her own god, but others as well. And right now she's just passing through, trying to find the next town. She got hungry.
As I said, in a small town like this, the people are superstitious, and they treat outsiders with some suspicion. Of the four of you, however, Elwyn is treated the best because Pharasma is the goddess of birth and death. And in her role as the death goddess, clerics of Pharasma, priestesses of Pharasma, are often sought for last rites and burial customs. So they have a degree of respect. But that degree of respect is also a little bit of a degree of fear. I mean, who wants to get chummy with a priestess of the god of death, the goddess of death? Am I right? So you are all there, bunch of ragtag people in Falcon's Hollow, specifically in the Jackanapes, which is a inn, the only inn in town. Not a lot to recommend it, except for its cinnamon-crusted flapjacks, which are legendary in town. Very tasty. Why don't everybody give me perception checks to start out?
Meanwhile, I'm over here trying to figure out where that is because I'm not used to it from this angle. Roll.
Yours did not, Xios.
Did mine roll?
Yes, it did.
That's
Saw your dice go across the screen and everything.
Hmm.
It is on your character sheet over on the left side. You'll see perception, and there'll be two icons. One is a dice. The other is an eye with a slash through it. The eye with a slash through it is if you're rolling it in secret. You are not, so you can just give me the dice roll. An 8 from Hen.
Why is it not showing up?
A 17 from Little Paw. Very good.
I have an error that pops up for some reason.
What does it say?
It doesn't stay long enough for me to read it.
I got
Add
one that said I
something.
wasn't able to edit I didn't have permissions to edit my character sheet, but it let me roll.
Yeah, same
You have
here. It
permissions.
rolled, but it said something about permissions to edit active value or whatever it was.
Mine was fine.
Interesting.
Oh, it doesn't work if you have the character sheet popped out.
Oh, is that it?
Yeah, I had it popped out.
Well, that's a problem with the pop-out module then. Are you also getting an error message when you roll it now?
Yeah, but I mean, it works now that I unpopped it.
Don't know why it's doing that, because you are all set as owners of your own characters.
We work for the company town.
I'm not going to spend too much time on that if it's still working. So, Hen, you're a little distracted. But Elowin, Little Paw, and Kara, you notice something that is never something you want to notice when you come into a new town. And that's that there's a surprising number of people who are coughing more than usual.
Kara will immediately pull up her gi over her face.
I was just gonna say that Elwyn's gonna pull up her shirt.
Little Paw
You
has
see-
no idea what this is, so what that means. So she's just tilts her little head a little bit and continues plodding along on all fours, looking for a mark.
All right. Give me another perception check to see a mark. You do, in fact, see a mark. There's a what appears to be a local here. This is an inn, most, but of course, a lot of locals do come. Now, a local here is speaking in whispered tones to... one second, hang on. There we go. He's speaking in whispered tones to the one of the waiters who is delivering food and drink out to the people, and they seem quite distracted, Little Paw. Very focused on whatever important business they're discussing.
Yep. Little Paw is going to trot along on all fours under the tables and brush against his lair girl cute like and give it a little chitter.
Why don't you give me a thievery check, Little Paw? I'm sorry, I should clarify. Is this you attempting to rob him, or are you...
Yes, she's trying to look adorable and cute to little ferret, and also at the same time, she's going for his pouch.
Then give me a thievery check. Let's see what he can see. Well, Little Paw, as you get close, you start hearing him say, "Hey, there's more taken sick. I don't know what to do here. I'm worried it might be something spreading. I thought it was just a cold, but Hannah's been saying it's something more." Hey, you! What are you doing down there? Get away from that, little varmint! He starts kicking at you. Unfortunately, before you have a chance to get his pouch. That ain't yours, that's mine.
She's gonna hop up onto the table and give him like a quizzical like head tilt, and then be like, and then hop off the table and like go into the crowd.
Bad enough that people are getting this thing without varmint showing up in your... You gotta keep a cleaner place. The waiter says, "Oh, I'd love to keep a cleaner place just as soon as we have the money to hire a cleaning staff." But you did definitely hear that conversation, Little Paw. The rest of you, as you start listening, you do hear murmurs. It's like, yeah, we thought it was just a cough, but Hannah's saying it's something more. She's done sent runners out of town, tell them to close the roads off. Seems that your stop here in Falcon's Hollow may unfortunately be a bit longer than you had planned.
Little Paw is now actively making sure to stay clear of anyone that's coughing.
It's not too many people yet. A few of them, but enough that it's noticeable.
So, what religious centers are in this town?
There is a temple to Iamade. That is the only temple in town. It is the church, number 11 on the map.
Right, you have a little thing over there actually says all of everything is.
Yeah, yeah.
Only I could read.
It's difficult. The literacy level in a fantasy world is
Yeah.
not what it should be. Yeah. So suddenly, the cinnamon-crusted flapjacks don't seem to be as vital as they were before. How are you all going to react to this information? As word spreads from person to person, you see more people doing just what you're doing, which is putting up collars or masks or shirts or whatever to cover their nose and mouth. Because masking is important to stop the spread of a disease.
Elowen, as a kind of travel doctor, will probably start trying to maybe figure out more about like what the disease is and how it's spreading.
Well, that's an excellent idea. You've got a couple people with symptoms here to look at. Are you going to just go off of what you see from where you're sitting, or are you actually going to try to examine them more closely?
She'll probably examine them more closely.
Okay. You go up to one of them. Appears to be a washerwoman of some sort. Where? What are you doing? Why are you coming here?
You're coughing.
I know I'm coughing. What's that got to do with you?
As she coughs, Elowen like like tries to like jut out of the way a little bit, like she's disgusted by it. She's like, well, she says, there's a lot of people coughing, and it's a little bit concerning to me, and I know a little bit of medicine, and I'd like to know a little bit more about it. Can you tell me what other symptoms you might be having?
Oh, you're a healer.
A little bit. Mm-hmm.
Like, oh. Oh, well, okay. So I've been feeling weak, and the cough keeps getting worse. Uh, and uh, and Jetha down the way, she started coughing blood this morning.
Oh, that's concerning. That's a big concern.
Yeah, I'm a little concerned myself. I've been down to see Laurel. At the herbalist shop. But all she could do is, give me some stuff to drink for the cough. It doesn't seem to be working much.
Would my healer's toolkit come in handy for this? Because I do have the ability to treat disease with that, with a medicine check.
Why don't you give me a medicine check to see if you can diagnose the disease first?
Okay.
By the way, the other three of you do see this. You see a priestess who you're wearing an open holy symbol of Pharasma, yes?
Yes, yeah, yep.
Yeah, so you see an open priestess of Pharasma starting to talk to people and examine them. All right, 19's pretty good. Let's see what we got here. So you're starting to look at this and you realize it's something in the lungs, and the hacking cough indicates that there's something in the lungs that they're trying to expel. And then you think about the blood. You question her a little bit longer, like how, when did this start? And you start to get the idea that she's been sick for about 2 days, and it's gotten this bad. And her friend that had the bloody cough has been sick about 4 days. So you know it's fast acting. And you think about all the diseases you've seen since you are a trained healer, and you realize this seems like a fungal disease that you've heard of called the black scour taint, which comes from ingesting black scour fungal spores, which then start to grow in the lungs. The only strange thing about that is that's not native to this area. Of course, it's always possible that some traveler or something brought it, but you know that it requires a still water source in order to propagate and spread the spores. And the easiest way that it spreads to people is if it's ingested from that water.
What is the town's main water source? Is it the water at the south, or?
Are you asking the washerwoman?
Yeah.
Oh, no, it's the well. We don't drink from the river foam. Like, too much stuff floats down there from the wood.
Okay.
What we do is Brookman's well, named after Brookman, who was a long time ago. You know. That's where we get that. Gavel Creed keeps it guarded and makes sure that nobody takes too much.
Okay, you gotta make sure everyone's got some.
Well, that's what he says. That's what he always says.
It doesn't seem like you agree with that.
Look, I don't want to say nothing about Gavel Creed or the consortium. You know, they keep us here. They gave my husband a job. They gave my sister a job too. Like, they give people jobs, and that's what people need around here. But I just it don't seem right that to charge people for water.
Oh, so he's charging you for it?
Yeah, he says he's got to maintain its upkeep.
I want to speak to this guy.
I wouldn't recommend that as an outsider. He ain't gonna get nowhere. I mean, he's the gavel of the lumber consortium. He's in charge around here. I mean, they own all this land.
I want to take a look at the well at some point.
It is actually outside of town. Off to the west.
Okay.
But yeah, is there anything I can do? Because, like I said, Laurel gave me some stuff for the cough, but I'm getting a little bit scared.
Let me see. So I could try and treat it now, right?
You can try to treat it, yes.
Okay. Would that be another medicine roll?
That would be the exact. That actually takes at least 8 hours to properly treat a disease.
Okay. Good to know.
Yeah.
How loud are the two of them talking?
Well, the washerwoman's not being quiet. Let's say you can listen in on the conversation.
So Zakara would start walking over around the time that The mentioning of paying for water was heard. I'm sorry, did
The
I?
washerwoman looks over. The washerwoman looks over you, looks at you like you're something she's never seen before. She's never seen a catfolk before.
I'm sorry, did I hear you say you're paying for your water?
Well, yeah. I mean, ain't no such thing as a free lunch, I guess, or a free drink.
There ain't no such thing as a free drink, is not a saying. At least not what I'm from.
You ain't from Falcon's Hollow.
Who is this person? Where are they?
Look, I don't want to. I don't want to cause no trouble. I just wanted to see if she could help me with this cough.
You want to talk to them too, right?
I do.
While those two are talking, the little ferret is coming out from under one of the tables and is going to like get close to those two that are now talking.
All right, that's easy enough to do. Although a lot of people stare at a ferret running around. You're still on all fours, right?
Yeah.
Yeah, at least they know what a ferret is. You know, if you stand up and start talking, there might be some shock. But now they're just like who put a ferret in here? And how about our goblin? What's Hen doing?
Hen has been keeping to herself, not wanting to like cause a ruckus by going up to a human.
How easy is it to tell that you're a goblin?
That's pretty easy. She's slightly smaller than a halfling and is bright green.
So you're somewhat lucky in the fact that there's no goblin tribes around here, which means these villagers don't have any particular reason to hate goblins. But you're still a goblin, and goblins have a reputation, so you're getting some nasty looks. Nobody's doing anything yet. Nobody's approaching you.
She will look sort of sadly over to the washerwoman, knowing vaguely what a priest of Pharasma is, and just sort of shakes her head. Poor thing.
But since the conversation has now turned to Gavel Creed, I don't want to cause no trouble with the gavel. You know, I do my job here, and my husband does his job, and we get our house for that, and that's you know, I ain't complaining. I ain't complaining about the lumber consortium.
That's fine, dear. I will not mention where I heard of them from. Just point me in a direction.
Well, he's got a big house in the northeast town. Or sorry, no, the north of town. North of town, head north past the wall, and you can't miss it. It's the biggest building in the area. Nicest too.
Oh, I'm sure he's very modest.
Not really.
Very
no.
excited to meet him.
Well, better you than me. I spent enough time here. I'm gonna go see Laurel again, see if she can give me something else for this, because those medicines ain't working.
Again, as she coughs, Elowen like moves farther away.
Little Paw is going to see if she can see a weighty pouch on these two adventurers.
Well, I believe they both have backpacks.
Out of character, I forgot to get the equipment and finish doing that.
Oh, well, you should do that now then.
I have to look up what a monk actually starts with, and I didn't do that. All I know is they have 15 gold. So
Well, you've got plenty of equipment. You just didn't. You didn't take any of it away from
yeah,
your gold.
couldn't
Looks like
find out
you
pricing of anything.
Okay, well, I'll take care of that for you. It's not going to be so important with this one. I'll do it in between sessions. But yeah, you also have a backpack. So they don't have. Actually, that's a very good question. Where do you keep your money?
Where would a monk keep their money? They don't have pockets. Yeah, she keeps it where the sun don't shine, I guess.
I am not going to speculate on what you mean by that.
Wow.
What? Obviously, it's the
Would
little
you-
rope part of her rope to Gee. What were you thinking?
I'm not going to talk about what I was thinking. So it would be visible, like tied to the rope belt of your gi.
No, it's like in the front part, underneath the rope.
Ah, okay. So not immediately visible. How about you, Elowen? Where do you keep your jingly jangly money?
Inside her backpack.
Okay. So little Paul, why don't you give me a perception check?
Mm-hmm.
And we'll do this against the passive DC of proficiency. There we go.
Do we have passive DCs for perception?
You just add 10 to your oh wow. You just add 10 to whatever your skill bonus is, and that becomes the passive. That said, 21 means that you are indeed going to notice a critical success, no less. Or wait, no, that's not. No, it was a 14. Sorry, it looked like it rolled a 20 for a second. That may or may not be. No, it will be. You don't have anything that can do better than that, not even your thievery. So, Little Paw, you do notice that there is a slight bulge on the inside of the gi that the cat folk is wearing. That could, in fact, be some sort of money pouch. And then, of course, you also see that both of them are wearing backpacks.
With a cute little Paw is going to follow the two of them around for now.
All right. So speaking of following them around, after the conversation with the washerwoman, what are the two of you doing, Elowen and Kara?
Oh, I kind of want to go talk to that guy.
Well, while we're walking there, Kara would introduce herself.
Okay, 1 second. Hen. It looks like 3 people who seem to now have a purpose have left. You were able to overhear that conversation. What would Hen do in this situation? 3 people. 2 people and a ferret.
Well, considering that they're probably the only other outsiders here.
There's a couple others who are passing through, but they are very much keeping to themselves and seem exceptionally boring.
And Hen is going to leave and follow the others out because she doesn't want to stay in there knowing that just because no one said anything so far doesn't mean anyone won't say anything.
So, Kara and Elowen and Little Paw. Well, first, Kara and Elowen, you're eventually going to notice that you're being trailed by a ferret. And all 3 of you are going to notice that behind that, you're being trailed by a goblin. So with that said, go ahead and roleplay your introductions to each other.
Excuse me, I don't think I've introduced myself. My name is Zakarladon. And you are...
I am Elowen Castan. It's nice to meet you.
I don't want to alarm you, but something has been moving behind us. Did you have any food in your pouch?
I see the ferret. I do have food in my pouch, but I don't think it's anything that a ferret would be interested in.
Zakar would look around your pouch, see if anything shiny is dangling from it.
Hold on one second. Let me. There is, in fact, something quite shiny dangling from her pouch. She has a jar full of seawater with a bioluminescent jellyfish inside.
Oh dear. Oh dear.
It is quite shiny.
I would beg to differ. I believe there is something very shiny on your back that a ferret would be very excited.
To be fair, I think anyone would be excited about it.
The only thing that would be more excited by something bioluminescently glowing like that would maybe be a crow.
Do you think I could eventually make a crow follow me with this?
Maybe. I did hear a rumor at the monastery that they do like to trade for things.
Anyway, do you want to take this ferret as our pet?
It does look adorable, but I heard they really smell.
Well, I mean, we're outside. I don't think that's much of an issue.
I guess we could always submerge it in water.
Elwood's gonna go and pick the ferret up and start carrying it.
Little Paul, how are you going to react to this?
Little Paul will twitch a little and then relax into the being grabbed. And for now, she's just going to give a little inquisitive.
I will note that
little
Little Paw is quite large for a ferret, being a small creature, whereas a typical ferret is tiny.
Mm-hmm.
But like, it's not to the point where it's like there's no way that could possibly be a ferret. Just it is a chungus.
It's a fat ferret.
It's a very chunky ferret. And as you're picking up the ferret, you do notice that the goblin you saw in the inn is coming up behind you.
Elwood's gonna move to protect the ferret.
Immediately assuming the goblin wants violence.
Oh, I joked.
She doesn't know what the goblin wants, and she loves her ferret.
Joked on my drink.
I've never seen a green elf before. It's so
I
short.
have just met you, and I love you.
Yes.
Is that an elf child following us?
Oh, I'm an elf.
Oh,
Elwood
is
will
that
start
your
talking in
daughter?
Elvish. She's gonna be like, no, I don't have a daughter. And then she's gonna turn and start speaking in Elvish, just being like, hi, how are you?
Who here besides Elwyn speaks Elvish? Nobody. That's a nobody. So she starts speaking in beautiful, musical, and entirely unintelligible.
Hen's going to just sort of stare for a bit. And then, in Dwarven, start speaking back.
Which she does not know. So she's just going to keep confusedly talking in Elvish.
So she's muttering unintelligibly in this beautiful musical language. Hen is muttering unintelligibly in this more like, earthy language.
It's literally like a French person talking to a German.
Yes.
Yeah.
I think she is angry. What did you say to her?
Eventually, Hen will actually skip to common. Maybe this will help.
Oh, yeah, I know that language, yeah. Yes.
Right, well, I know it's a bit weird that I've been following you around. I overheard what was being said back in pub. Now, I don't know anything about any diseases or nothing. But it sounds like you're looking for a scrap with this guy. And I'm good with scrapping.
We just want to talk.
It doesn't sound like he wants to.
I don't
We
think
just want to talk.
I don't think a scrap is a good idea for an elf child.
Yeah, where are you from?
I'm not a child.
Where are your parents?
Other side of the mountains, maybe? If they're still alive.
Oh no, are you an orphan?
I mean, I might be, but most goblins are.
It's okay, elf child. I'll take you in.
I've never heard of
Right.
Most goblins are.
an elf goblin before. Huh. Are they part of the forest tribe or the mountain tribes?
I guess mountain. I don't think we're elves.
She'll look at your face, look at your ears, look at your nose, look at your ears. Definitely an elf.
Right. But I'm also not a child.
Roll me nature. Roll me nature, Carl. Good night.
I don't know how well that's gonna go for you.
I don't know.
Okay.
Good. No. You know what a goblin is. There's goblin tribes all over. You have definitely seen goblins before.
You say that, but she spent all her time in a monastery. She's very sheltered.
Yes, but you rolled a 20, which means you at least have run into some goblins on your way here.
When the monk sort of like looks at her ears and her nose, Hen's going to deliberately smile as wide as possible, showing off the razor sharp teeth that are definitely nothing like an elf.
Oh, goblin! Yes, I heard about them. They really do need dentistry.
Hey, I care for mine.
Also, keep in mind that Pathfinder goblins have kind of football-shaped heads and just like their sharp-toothed jaws stretch across pretty much all of their face.
That is not the character image we've been shown for this particular goblin.
No, that is true.
Because she looks better than most. But like, still very sharp teeth.
As you all come to that conclusion, the little ferret that's currently wrapped around the elf's shoulders will like rear up slightly and go and like clap her little forepaws together like she's clapping.
And she will stop smiling as wide as possible once the point has been proven. Yeah, I'm not a child. I'm actually kind of older than most goblins. Most of us die before now. It's kind of why I think maybe my parents are dead.
I see.
So you are an orphan?
Probably. But no, like I said, I'm good with a scrap. I can watch your back. I know I am kind of small, but that doesn't stop me. I've killed many horses and their riders when needed to.
Why are you killing horses?
Well, some people try to charge me.
Oh.
I don't mean for gold or anything. I mean like actually charge at me.
I don't mean to interrupt, but did you hear that?
What?
I heard someone screaming in the distance.
Wasn't me. I've been here the whole time.
Yeah, I've just been chatting. I didn't scream either.
That is in fact a rooster.
Oh! I kept hearing it. I thought you were trying to get us to do something.
That is actually a rooster because this is a rural town and they have those.
My bad. Sorry.
No, it sounds like it, doesn't it? Like it's not like a cartoon, cock-a-doodle-doo. Actual roosters
It
like
sounds
sound
like
like
a
somebody
faint
screaming.
Wilhelm scream.
Yeah. I get it. Also, they don't just crow at sunrise. They are loud all the time.
Oh, right, that's that fowl. I forget the name of it. We never had any of those at the monastery. I always wanted to raise one.
I think the common word for them is stew.
Stew?
Yeah, I think they call them stew.
Strange name.
Well, I mean, it's as good a name as anything for something you eat.
I guess. Speaking of names, what are you going to name your new pet?
That's a really good question. Do you have any suggestions?
Stew.
Stew.
You intend to
Do you
eat
like
the
that
little
stew?
thing?
And she like pets the ferret on the top of the head. You like that stew?
Okay.
Hen is intelligent for a goblin, but animals have always just been food. So she doesn't really think naming it anything that's not food would be a good idea. So she would only offer stew or maybe soup.
Elowen thinks it's cute.
Carl will boop the ferret. I guess it lacks the name Stew. Who would have
All right,
guessed?
Stew it is.
And so,
Come on, Stu, let's
Elowen,
go fight this
Hen,
guy.
Tara, and Stu head down the road. We're heading north out of town.
If your weapons need any maintenance, I can do that too.
Oh, you
Oh,
do
very nice.
hand massages.
I guess I could.
I could go for a hand massage.
I meant more sort of metal, but yeah, I could probably do that.
What if your weapons aren't metal?
I'm good with wood too.
Okay, good.
I have seen my grandmaster hit down a tree with her fist. I'm pretty sure hands can become like metal.
Must have been a real weak tree.
Or a real strong hand.
Nah, hands can't get that strong.
So as you've been chatting, you've been heading to the road north out of town. And as soon as you pass the town wall, it's immediately clear like a fortress. It is surrounded by 10-foot high walls of duskwood. And duskwood is, again, the wood that is as strong as iron. And for it to have walls of duskwood, that must have been incredibly expensive to build, because these are precious resources. You see easily 2 guards who do not look like town guard. In fact, Falcon's Hollow doesn't really have a town guard. They look like mercenaries. And then behind the wall, there is a 3-story tall mansion, easily the tallest building in town. And it looks difficult to assault. The lower windows are very small, just slits. They get a little bit bigger as you go up to the upper floors, but still they don't get very big. There's a wide sort of grassy space between the wall and the mansion, which could serve as a kill zone. Like, this was built with tactics in mind. And that is clearly the manor house that you were told is where Gavel Creed lives.
Ah, yes. Needs the money in order to keep the business going. Such a struggle.
Evelyn's just gonna walk up to the door. I'm sorry.
Yeah, this is not a rich town. Most of the buildings you've seen in Falcon's Hollow aren't ramshackle per se, but are definitely, lower class. Simple buildings, often with multiple families living within. This is a stark contrast. Like almost absurdly so. What were you saying, Elowen?
Oh, she's just gonna walk up and knock on the door. Or if there's guards outside, ask them to enter.
There are. They look at you, and you see them sizing you up like they're checking to see how much of a threat you are.
Boss she's trying to put out that she's not a threat, for the record.
The boss ain't allowing visitors.
Why not?
Oh. As of an hour ago, Laurel, the healer, said that we've got a little bit of an outbreak here. So till the whole thing blows over, boss is gonna stay nice and cozy in his manor. You understand, don't you?
Oh,
that's exactly why I'm here. I'm a healer.
And I'm the
That's
muscle.
good for you.
It sounds like your boss might need more if this town revolts.
This town is revolting enough. But, we ain't worried.
No, you shouldn't be. You're not paid to worry.
We're paid to keep people out of the manor. We're very good at our job.
See, the question is, though, when the people from the town do come up here for answers, who's going to treat you guys when you get sick?
And your boss is going to charge you, right? He's not going to help heal you out of the goodness of his heart.
Oh, you don't seem to understand how this works. See, we keep the boss safe. That comes with certain perks. We're well fed. We're well armed. We get what we need and a lot of what we want. And like I said, nobody in Creed Manor is seeing nobody right now. So why don't you and your elf friend and her little twisted green daughter get out?
Little Paul is gonna like rear up slightly and then go.
He will growl back at you.
Keep
threatening
your
animals
rat
now.
away from me too.
Everyone's gonna cough on him.
How's he gonna react to that? Let's see. He will actually put his hand down to his sword.
You better
I
hope
wouldn't.
that was an insult. Oh, but I would. Get out.
How
You don't want to escalate this, friend.
How close are we to them?
They stopped you at the gate, so they're within conversational distance, like maybe 10 feet.
The ferret shifts around a little on top of the elf, and then there is a distinct.
What?
Okay, so do you want to set this scene, or do you want me to describe it?
Go ahead.
The ferret, clinging to Elowin's shoulder, suddenly rears up on its hind legs and pulls from one of the straps around it what is quite large for it, but otherwise very small, double-barreled pistol.
What?
Which the ferret then aims with deadly precision.
And then the tiny little voice says, "Hi there, you're mean."
Now, while that is hilarious, I am going to note that at first level, it might not be the wisest thing to take on the biggest muscle in town. You can if you want. I'll let you.
Kara is just stunned by this. She's just got her mouth open agape, staring back and forth.
Yeah, I'll also note that Stu the ferret has just spoken quite clearly.
Yeah, I was about to say, Elowin is just like staring in confusion, like, Stu?
The guard's kind of staring as well. And then he starts laughing. Some kind of trick. You're like a magician or something, right? I mean, you're clearly a cleric, but like the cat person, they're a magician, right? I get it. It's a bit.
Yes,
right?
A bit. I would definitely meddle with the finger wiggling lesser arts. Yes, a bit. And she's gonna mutter,
"That's good.
Where the hell are they hiding the pistols?"
Just
Ellen's
one
gonna
pistol,
whisper back.
a double-barrel pistol.
It's a double-barreled flintlock pistol.
Ellen's gonna whisper back, "Where the hell were they hiding the voice?"
But I mean, anyone could hide a voice.
Anyway, now she's gonna
All right.
sheath the pistol again.
All right, that was funny. I'm gonna admit, it's good entertainment. Tell you what, you ought to head down to the lady and see if they're looking for entertainers. You'd earn a little bit of coin that way. You know, since you're gonna be here for a little while, that meddler, I heard you sent out people to tell the Eagle Knights that there's an outbreak, which means they're not going to let anybody out of the room at least a few days till they see what's going on here. Whatever this thing is, we're all stuck here for the duration. See what my advice? With that kind of talent, that kind of trickery, yeah, you could make some money at the Rouge Lady on stage.
I'm sorry, I'm not familiar with Eagle Knights, you said?
Well, you really ain't from around here, are you? Andorran meddlers, the Eagle Knights, the face of law and order. And he says this with palpable disgust. I'm not the biggest fan, you see. Getting involved in other people's business, that's what they do. They don't come around to Falcon's Hollow too much. But if they close the road south, well, best to just wait it out.
They'll probably be looking for room and board in this town.
Oh, Eagle Knights don't come here. They'll go down to... Or they'll just camp on the road. Tending to their, I don't know, wilderness rangers or something.
By now, the ferret has returned to its original sitting position, and there is no trace of the pistols.
Eloin's distracted trying to figure out where the pistols are.
You could probably tell where they are if you looked very closely. Like, they don't have magical concealment, but they are very good at thievery and sleight. So...
This has been real fun. Talking to you and seeing your illusion. But if you keep loitering around here, I'm gonna catch it. And I don't want to catch it. So why don't you head on back to town?
Oh, you should be careful. I heard sweats and sniffles was the first sign.
Well, that's the sniffles, huh? Well, right now I'm healthy as a horse. And hung like one, too.
And he kind of leers at you.
Oh, I'm sure, darling. They all say that, and then it's just a little bit. He puts out her finger, then turns around and walks.
Small fucking horse.
Kind of blusters as you walk away, but, you know.
Well, it looks like they don't got no one intelligent round here.
No, they don't.
Except this ferret.
Yeah, you sure you want them still on you when we realize they're not a little ferret anymore?
I kind of like them.
But the question now is, if they can talk, do they have an actual name? And
Yeah, why didn't they stop us from calling them Stew?
Maybe they like stew.
The ferret just tilts his head.
Kara's going to shuffle the sash around on her, tightening it.
So where are the four of you, now that you know the ferret can talk, going to head now?
I don't.
Well, he did mention the Rouge Lady.
yeah, but I think that was because he thought we were doing magic or something.
I know.
I don't suppose there's a way to sneak in there somehow.
Well, I mean, it looks like there's only 2 guards, so probably.
And we do have a ferret.
Houses, even fortress-like ones, usually have a back door. And in fact, houses like this one probably have a few hidden passages too. Wouldn't be surprised if the well has a hole in the bottom.
Well, I think we need a distraction if we're going to go in, unless you see an area we could climb over.
The walls are only 10 feet tall. You could probably do that. The question is, what other defenses does the place have? You see 2 guards out front. You don't know how many are behind the wall.
How tall is the house versus the wall?
The house is 3 stories tall, so figure 30 feet, give or take.
And what did you say it was made out of?
The wall is made out of dark wood. The house is made out of more traditional wood. Still hardwoods, but not the super valuable. I'm sorry, not dark wood, dusk wood. Not the super valuable dusk wood.
All of it's made of wood?
The foundation of the house is made of stone. But given that this is a lumber town, yeah, most of it.
Well, our last option, I guess, would be to start a fire in a lumber town.
Tell me you are not jumping immediately to arson.
I mean, I could tell you that, but I wouldn't be
alive.
They won't let anyone in. We're not letting anyone out.
The pettiest reason to burn down a building ever.
Oh no, there's been pettier.
Okay, fair. There has been.
I warned you. I was making a monk that had access to fire. You made a whole town out of wood.
I mean, it's a lumber town. But if it catches on fire, lots and lots of people, at least some of which are innocent, will die.
But they are all infected with the plague.
But you made us a map where all the rich are in a circular subsection, separated.
It's very difficult to keep fire in one section in a town made out of wood.
To be fair, you could set extra fires to stop the path of fire. There's things you could do.
Yeah, I don't think we should be wantonly wasting life like that, but you know.
Look.
Around about this time, let's see if I have a picture of him. Around about this time, a real mountain of a man, just like absolutely huge, bulging muscles, comes out of the manor house. He is human, he's not a giant or anything like that, but he could pass on a foggy day. And he just starts, he walks out of the gate. The guards nod to him, and he starts heading down the road towards town.
I want to fight him. I want to spar with him.
You're a monk. Give me a perception check, Kara.
Kara just stands there, blinking.
Okay. You can tell by the way he carries himself that he's been in fights. You don't know how many. You don't know how good he is. For his part, he just completely ignores the four of you. And just walks toward town.
Kara has the biggest grin on her face, and she's kind of like hopping foot to foot.
How do the rest of you respond to all of this? And to Kara getting very agitated, apparently.
No, not agitated, excited.
Excitement's a kind of agitation. To match the excitement.
Now, I know I said I was good at scrapping. I don't think I'm that good.
No. This will be a one-on-one. I want to spar him. I need to learn.
You want to die is what you want.
No. I would just ask if he would mind having a little practice fight.
I don't think he knows how to hold back.
Oh.
Nor does he want to.
that guy could hug a rhino and probably win.
That just seems to make Car more excited.
All right, I'm sorry. I didn't know you had a fetish for being beaten up.
Anyone gonna stop her from walking closer to him?
No.
Nope.
I mean, if
They
you
all
won't
wanna
die,
see you
it's
die.
entirely, you know.
They want to see you die.
I'll do your funeral rites. It's fine.
I'm good at digging holes.
Excuse me, sir.
Looks at you. His boulder-like bald head turning on a remarkably thick and short neck.
Piss off.
Oh, but I couldn't help but notice
Jack.
you look really, really strong. You look like you know how to handle yourself too.
Are you trying to seduce me?
Well, no, but
Because I've never been with a cat before, but there's a first time for everything.
you see, I'm a monk and I haven't really had much training outside the monastery, and I would love to spar with you one day.
You want to fight me?
Just a friendly little fight, training like.
Go ahead and roll me perception.
Maybe I could learn some things from you. You could learn some things from me. What'd you
Go
say?
ahead and roll me perception. Perception.
Oh dear.
Right. Okay. Yeah, that's good enough. Let's see what I got for him. Okay.
Well,
All right. Stuff's gonna happen now.
Oh dear.
As you say, you want to spar sometime. You know that scene from the Marvel movies where Thor and Hulk are walking alongside each other, and then Hulk just, oh my gosh. And then Hulk just hauls off and punches Thor, and he flies off of the screen.
ow.
This is gonna hurt.
I think Kara just got her rival.
Oh dear.
Listen, I said I'd do your funeral rites, not that I would patch you up.
The boulder feels
Critical
conflicted
death.
about punching a
Death
little
roll.
girl.
So, how many hit points do you have?
19.
You are punched into unconsciousness with a single blow. You feel something incredibly painful in your chest. And then you don't feel anything because you're unconscious. The rest of you just see with surprising speed this gigantic mountain of a man just haul off, like not even backswinging at all, like from a standing position, just suddenly jabbing and knocking the cat girl into the dirt, where her body skids along. And you especially, Elowen, because you're a trained healer, you hear the wheeze of a collapsed lung.
Uh-oh.
Like now might be a time for some of that magic of yours. As this gigantic guy just says, "Spar over," and then continues on his way.
I guess I'll go deal with that collapsed lung.
Yeah, not only does Kara have the dying one condition right now, which is not as serious a thing as it is in Dungeons and Dragons. You can get to dying 4 before you're actually dead. But they are also enfeebled 2 and fatigued until they are. That said, I'm assuming you're going to do some healing right now.
Yeah, I can cast a healing spell.
Okay, go ahead and cast that healing spell.
Okay.
You can choose how many actions to spend on this. Since we're not in initiative, you can spend 3 actions on it.
Oh.
That's that option on the bottom.
I see.
Basically, you heal better based on how long you spend on it. Actually, no. Sorry, never mind. That's not. Yeah, you don't need the 3.1. The 2.1 gives you all the benefits you need to get. The 3 point is a massive burst that affects the living and undead, harming undead and healing the living.
How do I roll it on here? Oh, there.
Yeah, you would want.
What was that?
No, that's just a spell attack. That is not what you want with that.
Oh, okay.
If you look at the chat room, the chat bar, you'll see heal with 4 options. The best one for you to choose right now would be heal versus living, which basically with heal. Yeah, the chat icon is on the top right.
Ah, thank you.
Looks like dialogue. And then you'll see it gives you have a little card there that does that. Yeah. And then you roll healing. The one action spell is a touch spell that heals 1d8. The 2 action spell is requires concentration but has a range of 30 feet and adds 8 to the 1d8. And the 3 action spell is a burst that targets everybody within 30 feet.
Thank you.
So you just healed back 11 hit points. So Kara, you are now at 11 points because you can't go below 0 system. So you're at 11 hit points. You're no longer dying. You no longer have a collapsed lung. As the healing powers of the goddess of birth and death flow into you, repairing your body. And you wake up in the dirt with Eowyn standing over you. Not entirely certain what happened.
Does anyone get the number of that wagon?
correct response.
Well, that wagon had your number.
What wagon? What wagon? Where's the wagon? There wasn't any wagon. I don't see a wagon. Where was the wagon?
I really must have gotten hit hard. The ferret's talking.
I mean, you did, but
And Elwyn, remember, you can make a simple medicine roll to heal someone once an hour.
Oh yeah.
Which does not expend a spell slot, and thus is very useful.
Yeah.
Let's see.
I guess 11 is just my number right now.
At the DC of that is unfortunately 15, so you don't manage to heal her further. The spell did all that you can do right now. In an hour, you can attempt that again.
Okay.
That said, you have some hit points.
Do I still have dying one?
You have 11. You do not. As soon as you go above 0 hit, dying is lost. Normally you would have wound 1, but that goes away when you're healed.
What about prone and off guard?
That goes away as soon as you stand up.
Okay. Well, I guess I have a new goal in life. To get as strong as that.
I mean, you probably want to be stronger than that.
This is why I needed to leave the monastery. There was nothing more they could teach there.
You did just challenge the toughest guy in town.
This was completely a choice that you made, friend.
And I'm happy I did.
He is a level 7 creature. All of it put into being a fighter monk.
I mean, I told you.
You were warned.
She does not look sad or discouraged from this. She's insanely happy still grinning.
So it took 10 minutes for that heal attempt, which means at this point, that giant guy is out of sight towards town.
Did we lose Serpent?
No?
I should be right here. Can you hear me?
I think Discord's doing a thing for you.
Okay. I said that it took 10 minutes to do that healing, which means he has now moved past the wall into town. So for the time being, you have lost sight of him.
I don't think any of you could tell me what stance he had if he had one.
He was stood still.
Up. You said up.
Yeah, I mean, he kind of just punched you and then walked off.
Which means he could have hit harder.
Theoretically, he didn't roll max damage. Like there's no more mechanical downside because you were healed.
Mm-hmm.
But you still feel that blow in your chest. Like that's a kind of thing that could kill a person. And he was not holding back. He was not striking non-lethally. He was perfectly fine with killing you in the street.
And unfortunately for Kara, she sees this more like an anime trope of Goku and Vegeta.
Wait, Vegeta, are you sorry? Because if you're sorry, then it's okay. Okay. I miss Dragon Ball Z Abridged. Anyways, what are you all going to do now?
Well, if that's the strongest of them, I'm going to guess a confrontation with the rest of them probably isn't a good idea.
You fell down.
I know. I can still feel the punch. It feels so good to know someone out there is that strong.
Wow.
I'm
Thank
sorry,
you for
what?
continuing that thought. Thank you for continuing that thought.
She is very excited that someone out there is that much stronger than her.
Yeah, I can tell that's what's got you excited. Okay. Wow. All right. I'm going to suggest we take a 5-minute break. Y'all can consider what you're going to do next. I'm going to grab some snacks and something else to drink. It is currently there we go. It is currently 9:36. We'll get back around about 9:40. Okay.
All right.
Okay.
Sounds good.
To be continued, loyal watchers.
So, I didn't have a BRB screen for the stream, so it's gonna have this up while we're AFK.
Chat about stuff. Discuss amongst yourself. The Holy Roman Empire was neither holy nor Roman nor an empire. Discuss.
I'm also gonna grab a drink real quick.
Mm-hmm. Maybe.
Yeah, I guess this is time for micro stream RPG. What do we got for this level? Oh, it's our 8th attempt at it. Oh, slime. Oh, we learned some magic spells now. Oh, killed the slime. Like we might kill the bat. E. Yeah, might even get level 4. Oh, look, it's a little ferret. And it's kicking our butt. Wait, why did my Fugi turn to my Discord? Oh, crap. How long has that happened? Versus... Boogie Tech. Oh, and Pythias has changed over too. The fuck? Why did it do that? Huh. That's strange. And yet, on the Fuki site, it should still show Tavir as Tavir, not Pythia.
Interesting.
Yeah?
I don't. I just noticed what you're talking about. Huh.
Oh, the link changed. Huh. I guess they're doing something on their end.
Ah.
But it's not updating.
I'm just imagining Kara now, like, going up to a dummy mommy type and being like, "Step on me, please step on me, but for fighting purposes."
It's not like that.
It's not a sex thing, it's a getting stronger thing.
More like when Goku fought Beerus, and all of a sudden Goku has a new goal in mind. Well, I guess the ferret has turned into a snake.
Just remember that as long as you're a first level character, you're more like Yamcha than Goku.
At least it's not Krillin. Huh.
Krillin could kick Yamcha's ass, you know that.
Interesting. So Celestia's is different from what it shows on the Fugi site too.
Are you sure? Because I'm seeing her character, which I believe is the picture that she chose.
Yeah,
Okay,
I
so that's
think a couple of them might have gotten changed over the course of us playing because they popped up differently in the stream.
yeah. I didn't notice when it happened. I just noticed while he was AFK that I went to my Discord avatar for some reason.
Yeah.
Fugi hasn't posted anything.
All right. Have you, any of you, are we back now?
I'm back.
I didn't
Yes.
leave because there was no BRB screen that I had set up, which I'll need to do for next stream.
We got Celestial, we got Xios, Tavir, XD.
Oh, yeah.
guess
So
the other
I'm not gonna say that combination of names. Nope. Nope. Not gonna combine Henrietta's name and Little Paw's name and take half of one and half the other. No, no. That's not going to be good for stream. That'll definitely get a thing happening.
Huh? What? Where? I'm back.
Oh, welcome back. You gotta fix your Fuki.
Why?
You became a snake.
Because it's currently showing Pythia.
Oh. Yeah.
You're not a snake, you're a ferret. Which is actually kind of a shame because there's actually sounds in the sound library for a snake, but not.
It's weird because on the Fugi site, it still shows the right sources for everyone.
It just got fixed.
Yeah, I just had to flip it off snake and back.
You gotta flip the snake off. What?
Why do I have a snake Fugi now?
I don't know. It takes your Discord image.
Weird. Are we live again?
We never stopped. I told you I didn't have a BRB screen. Y'all left me alone.
Okay. So, how about that new swatter mount?
I'll tell you.
It's the best thing ever. Have you seen it?
No, but I'm gonna leave you and Serpent here to talk about while I go get water now.
Okay, bye.
Right. We also occasionally stream Star Wars: The Old Republic, a game that is surprisingly still very enjoyable, even though it's very, very old.
Yep.
Not quite as old as this module, but very old.
And they just did a new patch.
They did. They just did a new patch, which...
Yep. And subscribers have got a new mount. Have you seen it yet, Serpent?
Are you talking about the one from the Twitch streams?
No, they just added a new mount for subscriber only.
Oh.
Yeah, I got it when I logged in.
Really? I haven't logged in yet today. I was a little busy prepping this game.
Yeah, it's a scout weapons platform. It's a GDW weapon carrier.
Nice. Does it have a flourish? Does it shoot?
It not only has a flourish, it allows you to drive along with your companion and a pet. And your companion mounts the gun and uses it.
Best mount ever.
The mount flourish is your companion shooting the main gun.
Nice.
It is. It's a very, very nice mount. I was genuinely surprised. But they've also had some other things on there. There's also a subscriber vendor, but I can't find them.
I'm pretty sure they're on the fleet somewhere, but I would have to actually look up where they are.
Yeah, I'm more focused on the game than on our game here. So probably have a look tomorrow. But yeah, no. Interestingly, they've done some updates to free player stuff.
They did that with the last update. I was really looking forward to that because free to play is now a viable option.
Did I hear what I thought I heard from the other room?
What did you think you heard?
Did I hear we finally have a companion mount?
Yes.
It's a companion and
companion
pet
and pet. And pet.
Mm-hmm.
All your things together.
Oh, wow. I didn't realize that even my mic and Discord was limiting my sound because it got too high pitched.
You squeak. It's cute.
I'm not cute.
You're very cute.
You are a little bit. Did it not pull the stream where I wanted it to when I clicked that? Should have pulled. Xios, can you check and make sure everything's all right with the streaming account there?
Why?
Because I'm doing the thing that should have pulled the map view over,
It did.
and it didn't. Oh, just took a little while for it to load for me.
Mm-hmm.
Okay. Wait a loop.
Yes, you see, Serpent. There's a delay with streaming there.
Yes, but it was taking longer than that. There we go. That seems centered. Anyway, as soon as Rexty gets back, we will start up again. Hopefully that has given you time to think about where you want to go next. Oh, welcome back. Okay. So, have you thought about where you want to go next?
Well, Little Paw is just going to be staying around the neck of this elf for now. She wants to touch the shiny thing.
What shiny thing?
The
Oh,
glowing...
jellyfish lamp.
The jellyfish. The jellyfish lamp.
We could check out the well and see if we can find anything there.
So the manor was north up this way. The well is out this way.
You guys up for a hike?
Sure.
Yeah, I guess I could get some cardio in.
Oh, or as a gym bro.
You know, cardio is really good for your heart, which can really stave off heart disease.
What's a cardio?
It's smaller than a truckio.
I was trying to think of something.
I don't know if I'm qualified enough to give a workout routine to a ferret.
I was going to say, it's like the Ace of Spades, yo.
The ferret looks very confused.
Well, you see, little Stu, you get up on your legs, like you did on her shoulder before, and you just hop between one foot and you start getting that heart going. You feel that? The faster you get your heart going, that's your cardio.
Oh. Okay, sweaty kitty.
She head tilts because she doesn't sweat.
You stink.
The ferret has just said that, by the way. I feel compelled to note.
I do feel like that's
coming from the
ironic.
ferret.
The head tilt intensifies.
Right, well, let's head to this well then.
All right. Are you going back through town, or are you just cutting across?
Let's just cut across.
Okay. There's a couple little shacks outside of the town wall. Much like any town, as it slowly grows, it outgrows. So there's a couple things on the outside. Not many, though. Hasn't been a lot of growth. You head, let's see, where is it? All right, give me a second. I'm finding it on the map. Oh, there we go. I was actually wrong. That is actually in the same direction north as the manor was. So it's an even shorter distance there. You're already on the way.
We'll have to get the cardio somewhere else.
Well, still a little bit of walk. And what you find is a covered well with a building around it, and 2 guards looking very much like the mercenaries who were at the standing in front of it. And in front of them, talking in a very emphatic tone, is that woman right there. And she is speaking to the guards, and she says, "You don't understand. The well needs to be shut down just until I can figure out what's..."
Where are people supposed to get water from?
They can live off of water from the river for a few days. That's all it's going to take. But I gotta... I mean, maybe longer than that. Maybe however long it's going to take medicine to come in from the south. But you can't let people keep drinking from this, not till it's been purified. I don't know. Look, I know that Gavel Creed doesn't want to get sick, right? He might be holed up in that mansion there, but he still's got to drink water. He's going to be very upset if he gets infected because of this.
Well, I don't want to upset the boss. Well, all right for now, but I better hear something from Gavel Creed within the day, or I'm opening it back up.
And then the guards spot you,
and they say, "Well's closed."
Elowen is kind of interested in the woman and what she's studying, so she'll like wait till she can get a chance to talk to her.
The woman says, "Thank you. I will talk to Gavel Creed and we'll get that message to you. Just thank you." And she has the look of someone who has not slept for at least a full day and night. She's rail thin, with a sort of gaunt, drawn face and a constantly anxious look on her. And she turns back towards town and she spies you and she says, "Don't drink from the well. It's contaminated."
Can you tell me more about that?
Well, I think it's a fungus. It's something called black scour, and it gets in there, and then when you drink the water, it gets in your lungs, and that's why people are coughing. It's a bad disease.
How did you? That's what I thought. How do you think it got here?
I don't know. I don't know. It ain't in my grandma's book. It ain't supposed to be around here. But if any of that fungus gets into water, like the well water, then it starts sporing.
And everyone's getting real sick real quick.
It's the one source of fresh water for the town.
Wait, did you say it's the only source?
The only source for fresh, clean water. And you can drink from the river foam, but it ain't the most sanitary.
Nora looks back up at the hill, looks back down to the town, and how different the buildings look. Well, isn't that
Yeah, it is interesting
convenient?
that the richest buildings seem to be built closer to the well. Isn't that interesting?
And you said this fungus doesn't come from around here?
It's not native to the area. I mean, it can grow here. It has grown, but you don't normally find it around here.
If someone was trying to get some of it, how would you say they would have procured it in the first place?
Well, I mean, you could get some water from the well. It's going to be full of spores by this point.
No, I mean, before it got here, how would you say someone would have gotten some?
Well, they likely brought it from one of the places where it does grow naturally.
Is that near here?
Yeah, that's what I figure. Well, I mean, look, I only know the local plants, and I know it's not local.
Would Elowen know?
Maybe roll me nature, or anybody who's got nature trained can roll me nature.
I don't have it trained.
Yeah, that is not your area of expertise. Anybody who's got nature trained can roll me nature.
Nope.
So Black Scour, Little Paw, you don't remember a lot about it, but you're pretty sure that it's generally found deep underground. It's not normally a surface fungus at all.
She'll pipe up. Smelly ground. Comes from down in the dark place.
It is common knowledge that there are massive caverns and tunnels under the ground, collectively known as the Darklands. It is not common knowledge where they are or where their entrances are or anything like that. Like, everybody knows it's down there about it, unless you're an expert in the situation.
So, my character is from like a desert environment. Would that really be common knowledge?
It would it's a rumor thing. Like, people talk about
Okay.
the horrible monsters that come up from the Darklands and everything. Anybody who knows either orcs or dwarves know that they used to live in the Dark before they came up to the surface. So it's like it's a common thing, but you would sort of campfire boogie tales about it. Like, you wouldn't know any like actual facts about it.
That the lady has no reaction to the talking ferret around this woman's the elf's neck.
She actually does, but in a "I have not slept in 2 days" kind of way. She like looks at you, rubs her eyes, looks at you again, adjusts her glasses, looks at you again. Did the ferret talk?
Little Paw's gonna go.
Trick's getting it short.
I'm sorry, what was that?
Are the Trick's getting it to shut up?
Well, I suppose there's stranger things in the world. Sorry, I've been rude. My name's Laurel Gabry. I run Roots and Remedies, the local herb shop.
You've been trying to help some of the people around here.
I'm the one that everybody comes to for healing.
I talked with a couple of the townspeople.
Yeah, a lot of the locals don't trust the Temple of Yamade, which is a shame because priestess is a good person, but she ain't a Veiler. She ain't local. So they come to me instead.
So tell me, has I've already forgotten his name. Mr. Rich and Important up on the hill, has he had any effort into fixing this problem?
Well, look, I know it's hard to understand for an outsider because you look at this and you're like, oh, he's not doing much, but like his profits in this town run it. Like something that's really important, like this plague, he's gonna be invested in stopping it.
Yes.
Because if this town goes, then so does his lumber business.
But he's also getting profit from you, as I hear that you're paying for the water, are you not?
Everybody pays for the water. He, charges you a copper here, a copper there, and it all adds up. I ain't saying it's an easy life here, but he's actually better than the gavel we had before. The gavel we had before was pointlessly cruel. Like sometimes I think he would have been fine with squeezing the town to death if, just for his own sick pleasure. At least Gavel Creed understands that the town's got to survive, or else he doesn't get to chop down any more duskwood. So I know I know what it looks like to an outsider, but it's better than it was.
That doesn't mean you should just settle for it if it's not as good as it should be.
Maybe, maybe not, but right now I figure the point's moot unless I can figure out some sort of cure.
It is, but do remember, there is more of you than there is of him.
Yep.
Not if this thing runs its course. I mean, black scour taint's deadly. The fungus gets hard in your lungs, like little hard sharp bits, and it starts cutting you up as your lungs move. And that's why, after a couple days, you start coughing up blood. It's already happening to some people. They don't get a cure soon, they're not going to make it.
Do you know what the cure is?
Yeah, but I don't have any of it here. I sent away from the big cities down south, but and who knows how long it'll take them to get here. There's going to be a lot of dead people by the time they get back. My grandmother wrote something about it, but I don't have the materials for that.
Where are the materials?
Grandma used to travel all around the Darkwood. I can show you if you come back to the shop.
What do you guys think? Time's of the essence, ain't it?
Well, yeah, but you got to know what you're looking for, don't you?
No, I said let's go.
All right, let's go then. And she'll take you back down to this building right here, which is a little herbalist shop. Elowen and anybody else who's trained in it, go ahead and roll me.
Roll you what?
Medicine.
You cut out at the end there.
Yeah.
Oh, sorry.
Yeah, it's been happening every now and then.
Like that. quite sure what to do about that.
Are we inside the building now?
You will be going inside the building, yeah, unless you stay outside.
No. Little Paw is gonna hop off of the shoulders of Elwyn and like be darting around between the various like herbs, just sniffing them all.
Excellent, Elwyn. So this log building, it's small, but it's also 2-story. It's covered in creeping ivy. There's flower boxes on every window. In a sort of run-down town, like it is one of the prettier places. It's got a simple wood floor that has a lot of mud tracked on it, showing that there's been a lot of traffic in here. It smells like burnt earth and incense. There's bunches of dried herbs hanging from the ceiling, along with dangling pots, presses, alchemical supplies, glassware. There's pouches of rare plants, jars of colored powder, a collection of dried, preserved animal parts. It's a pretty crowded place. The shelves are packed full. And right now, it's also a crowded place because there's a whole lot of people here, most of them coughing, who seem overjoyed when she returns. I need a little bit of time to talk to these good folk. Okay, I need a little bit of time, then I'll get right with you. Looking around at her stock, Elowin, there is quite a lot of legitimate healing stuff here, and quite a lot of legitimate herb stuff. There's also a lot of superstitious nonsense and some snake oil as well. Like you see like love potions that you're pretty sure aren't actually magical. You see charms that are supposed to protect you from witches or from werewolves. You see a thing that's labeled Dragon's Blood Elixir that you've never heard of Dragon's Blood Elixir, and it certainly doesn't look like it's actually blood. Again, there's a lot of stuff here that is legitimate. They do have there's a lot of alchemical supplies. There are actual healing herbs. There are some healing potions that have been made up.
How well labeled is all this?
Oh, it's very well labeled and all for sale.
Kara sees Dragon being mentioned and just zooms over to it.
Line written like you know those old timey like snake oil signs, the staggering big and small letters in the typeface and all. There's a sign that's hanging near this that says Dragon's Blood Elixir. Feeling tired? Feeling beat? Restore your vitality with the strength of a dragon.
Huh. Could use this.
I don't think you could.
Once again,
Special
you
price,
have been
7
warned.
silver per bottle.
Well, I'll take 10.
Oh my gosh.
You'll pay 7 gold for Dragon's Blood Elixir? I think we should figure out how much gold you have. Because we haven't calculated up your inventory yet. You only start out with 15. I'm pretty sure you spent more than 8 gold pieces on all the equipment you have.
All I have is the Venture's backpack, tools, and desert clothing, which is just basic clothing. I don't think I spent much at all.
Maybe. Hang on. Yeah, Adventurous Pack is only 1 gold 5. Desert clothing's only 4 silver pieces. You had a few other things, but not very big. Okay, I will say that you have 7 gold pieces you can spend on Dragon's Blood Elixir if that's really what you want to do.
It is, unfortunately.
Actually, you start going over to it, and Laurel says, look, don't you want to? We've got business. We're running out of time.
Oh, right. Sorry. I saw what your sign said there about restoring vitality and feeling hurt. It just caught my attention.
Right. She like puts a hand on your shoulder and starts like guiding you towards the back. And she says, "Look, you're trying to help people, so I'm going to tell you this. Like, there's some stuff that I spend that I put out there because I need the money to keep the shop open. You understand?"
The happy, excited face she had is just gone as it just drops down to this pale, dead stare.
I know. I hate it, but it's expensive. I don't work for the lumber consortium. That means I got to pay rent. I got to pay rent on this building. I got to pay rent on my home.
So you use lies about healthcare?
It's what people want. People want love potions and vitality elixirs and stuff like that. But
if there's a basket like full of herbs, by this point the ferret has disappeared into the basket.
your pets. You know what? Never mind. This is too important. She once she's in the back, she takes out this clearly handcrafted leather-bound journal that has a lot of well-worn pages. It's clearly been read a whole lot. There's different colored bookmarks stuck in it. You know, they're like it's well thumbed through. It's well marked, and she opens it up and starts looking. Grandma was something else. She went to, well, there used to be an old witch back in her day that lived in the forest, and she went to her, learned a lot of her secrets. Wasn't cheap too, and I'm not talking about gold. Right? People like that, you can't pay them in gold. Let's see. Here it is. So this brew right here says it's good for that kind of thing. I can make it. I got most of it, but there's 3 I've never heard of. Well, I mean, I have heard of them, but I've heard of them because they're in the book too. There's elderwood moss, which Granny's journal says only grows on the oldest tree in any given forest. I don't rightly know where that is in the dark wood, but I figure there's got to be one tree that's right. There's a root called rat's tail, which honestly sounds like some sort of old superstition to me. And it also takes 7 iron bloom mushrooms, which are stunning little things. They only grow in dark places thick with metal. A lot of dwarf places got them. Apparently, it's delicacy among the dwarves. So that's what I need to make this cure. Otherwise, I gotta wait for, other stuff to come all the way from the south, and by that time, I mean, look. A lot of these people don't have it. Okay, they know their neighbors are getting sick, and so they think they're sick too. But I've been able to verify at least 30 people and those 30 people are going to die. And who knows how many others. Like, I just stopped them from getting more water from the well, but a lot of people already have it.
Oh, and I'm sure they're buying your dragon's blood in order to feel vitality full.
look, I'm not selling that to him to cure the black scour taint. I ain't a monster. Okay, if they want to buy a vial of it because they have trouble getting it up, or like, I'll sell it to them for that. But I ain't gonna pretend that a fake cure is a real cure for something as serious as this. Okay?
Just tell me there's nothing harmful in it.
No, there's nothing. It's beetroot juice and cinnamon.
Oh,
At least it tastes good.
actually tastes quite good.
It'll pep you right up, just, not magically. I don't pretend to be perfect, but I'm old Falcon Hollow's guy, you know?
Do you ever think about maybe just selling them as things to drink? Maybe once the water is fixed?
Well, a placebo effect can be quite powerful.
It's true. What's a placebo?
The ferret's gonna pop her head up out of the basket of herbs and go, "What's a placebo?"
It's a
people.
dwarven band. It's like 4 bards all work together to do songs.
Oh, I think I've heard of
Oh.
bards before. They can be rather strong. Make you feel really good.
Hard?
Yeah, you're all right. Anyway.
It's a strange bunch, but then I guess, like, the hero types always are, at least in the stories.
Yeah.
Anyway, for Elderwood moss, I don't know. There's got to be some tree in the Vale that's the oldest one. But the rat's tail and mushrooms, I got a hint as to where they might be. I can't be sure because, well, I'm not much of a fighter, so I don't go into the woods. But way north, towards the mountains, that place they call Droskar's Crag, they say there used to be a bunch of dwarves. They're not there anymore. They all cleared out because of some old disaster a long time ago. And when I say a long time ago, I mean like thousands of years ago. But I bet if there's any dwarven ruins around there, that the iron blue mushrooms grow there, because dwarven forges, the rock around them is always full of metal. That's just where those mushrooms like to bloom. As for rat's tail, only place that might be there is, I
Serpent's cut out again.
Oh, you know how I said my grandma learned from a witch?
Yeah.
The witch is Ulismala. She used to live deep in the woods. People told stories about her, snatching children, stealing whatnot. I don't know how many of those stories were true, but I don't think she's there anymore. But she always had some of that. So if she still got a place out there, that might have rat's tail. And I know that's not a lot to go on, but the only other shot I got is waiting for medicine to come from down south, and there's going to be a lot of bodies by the time that's done.
Well, then let's go, I guess.
You'll go? Oh, thank you. Thank you so much. The people of Falcon's Hollow, they ain't never going to know how much they owe you. And not because I ain't going to tell them, because I am going to tell them. I'm going to tell them that they owe you, but, like, they'll owe you even more than they know.
Well, as long as that means there'll be healthy fighters to spar with in this town.
Okay. I mean, it's a logging town. Them lumberjacks are mighty strong.
Yeah. I met one of them.
Did?
No, you didn't.
I didn't.
You didn't, or you did?
I know my memory's a
You didn't.
little fuzzy, but I
I don't.
feel
I
like
don't
I
think he
must have.
was. A lumberjack wouldn't be going to and from the Gavel's house for no reason. I'm pretty sure that was the Gavel.
Oh no, well, what do you look like?
Really
Mountain.
muscular. Looked like he knew how to fight.
Okay, Gavel's kind of broad, I guess. You know, he ain't skinny, but really muscular? No, that sounds like Payday Tatum. Is Gavel Creed's well, I guess charitably you call him a bodyguard. They,
More like a thug.
Yeah, they call him Payday because when you owe Gavel Creed, he's the one who collects.
Well, I don't like him.
Oh, you haven't got to know him. Maybe if you spar with him, you'll understand.
I mean, he's a good fighter, but he's mean. He is a mean son of a bitch.
Don't
God.
mind feline. They're insane.
I gotta learn where he learned to fight. I need to know what school he comes from.
Pretty sure the school I haven't fought since he was knee-high to a grasshopper.
Oh,
I'm pretty sure it's just because he's been fighting everybody he can since he was a kid.
It finally happened. I finally have a rival. Woo! Cars bouncing
You
back
watch
and
out for
forth
this
again.
cat, because when I say he's mean, I mean he's mean. He will kill you. Like, he's killed people before.
Oh, we know. The cat's just insane.
He gave the cat a collapsed lung with one punch.
Yeah, it sounds like him.
Oh, that's what happened. Oh, I thought I was a better fighter than that. I need to train more.
Little Paul pops up and stands on her hind legs and then goes pow 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 and just little punches. And then he was all like pow 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 pow, and then the cat was like ah! And then she like does a dramatic fall over.
Very descriptive.
I don't sound like that.
You did when you punched it.
Everybody, you can go ahead and give me a society and a nature roll. It doesn't matter if you're trained or not. You can just make them. Elowen knows nothing about this town. Nothing.
Yeah, that's why she's here to learn.
Okay,
I know as much about society as I do nature, apparently.
I know a bit more about nature.
There we go. Oh, no, that's a medicine check. There we go. Kara got a pretty good society check. Also got a pretty good nature check. So, Kara and Little Paw. Kara, I'm not sure how you know this. Probably because you overheard it somewhere while you were traveling here. But you actually know where there's dwarven ruins. See, on the way in, you noticed the large mountain that's actually smoking because it's a volcano. On the north side of the Dark Moon Wood. Falcon's Hollow is south of the Dark Moon Wood. The volcano called Droskar's Crag is on the north. And you asked about it, and someone told you that there were dwarven ruins, a stronghold, before it blew up thousands of years ago. So you remember where they said there were dwarven ruins. And Little Paw, you learn a lot just sneaking around. And you've been in town for a little while, stealing stuff from people. And you remember overhearing them talking about the old witch, Ulazmilla, and that she had a place in the north part of Dark Moon Wood where time was, back in my grandfather's time, kind of thing, where you could go there and ask her for her wisdom, and she always charged some sort of horrible price. They'd talk about somebody had to give up their sight for knowledge, things like that. Kind of bargains that witches of legend always make. One redhead got legs but had to give up her voice. Anyway, you remember where the hut was supposedly, because they were talking about it in the northern part of the wood. So between the two of you, you know where two of those things are. What you don't know is where the oldest tree in Dark Moon Wood is. That's beyond your knowledge. That said, with those nature rolls and also some of the society rolls you got, this is a logging town, which means there will be logging camps. And if anybody's going to know about the trees in the wood, it's probably going to be loggers. And that's it. That's what you got.
Okay.
True.
Oh, there's that rooster again. Or no, you called it a stew? That stew likes to scream a lot.
You have no idea. All hours of the day and night. That is an ornery bird.
Yeah, stew often makes noises, usually when it's cooking.
I like that. I prefer my stew to make noises that are simmering and bubbling. Anyway, I've got to tend to these people. At least I can give them stuff for their coughs. Can you try to hurry? At this point, there's already people in the advanced stages. They're going to start dying soon.
We'll have to be as quick as we can.
Guess we'll head to one of those logging camps.
Right.
I'm gonna be a hero.
Gonna be the very best.
And then she'll like climb back up on the elf and she's gonna start chittering away. And it's being like, I used to be a hero before, but like, I don't remember much about it. But I was a hero. I was sure I was a hero. The hero, and we went to places and we did things, dark and spooky things.
I don't know if being a hero is a good thing to be trying to want to be. They tend to not live long. I just want to fight.
Yeah, and so far you won't live long.
I'm alive, aren't I?
Yeah, thanks to
No
me.
thanks to no thanks to yourself.
All right. Are you doing anything in town before you head out to try to find a logging camp?
Nope.
Okay, then.
I mean, I guess I look for a lumberjack. They're usually carrying axes and have red and black shirts, so they shouldn't be too hard to find.
Let's see. I'm going to say that took you roundabouts toward lunch.
Good, that means the rooster won't be crowing.
No, you don't understand. Roosters crow all day long. Like, the idea of them crowing to greet the sun, mostly a myth. I mean, they will do that times. They are loud and ornery. Ring there.
Ooh, map change.
Luckily, because this is a lumber town, there are roads to the lumber camps. There's 3 lumber camps that are pretty clearly marked by signage on the road. But one of them is the main one. And you can tell because those signs are the oldest.
How does the forest look here? Does it look like they've almost run out of trees, or?
So, 1 second. So the map you're seeing here is actually quite a number of miles.
Okay.
So the forest is large. However, all of the space in between Falcon's Hollow and the lumber camp is covered with old stumps, which tells you that the forest is shrinking. But as of right now, there seems to be a lot left.
They're not replanting, are they?
Definitely not fast enough.
Something tells me that the Baron up there isn't caring too much about this town anymore. Like soon they won't have many trees.
Sure they will. Trees grow on trees. See this one right there? And she's gonna point towards the trees.
Tara
And there,
stares and it looks like she's mentally rebooting.
and there, and there, and there, and there.
I'm sorry, did you say trees grow on trees?
Yeah. How else do you think trees grow? Just silly.
Not entirely wrong.
Making a nature check, that does actually check out. Trees do, in fact, grow on trees.
But little one, do you see any little trees? New ones growing? I don't.
Little boy just kind of shrugs. You're silly.
Oh. Oh no. Hey, if that fungus is in the well water, do you think it's in the river water?
The fungus needs still water to grow. River water moves.
You don't think maybe the trees might be infected, and then when people burn the trees for their fireplaces, they're not spreading more spores, are they?
Water in trees moves. It needs still water.
Okay.
And Elwin, with the roll you made earlier, you know that black scour spores require still water in order to propagate.
Mm-hmm.
Like they're not going to spread from being trapped in wood or being burned or anything like that. They spread through water.
Don't be silly. You don't burn trees.
Or if somebody like maybe sneezes directly in your mouth, I guess that would work. But generally speaking, they need water.
Firstly, that's Ucky. So no, not through the river, not through the trees, just through still water.
Well, looks like there's several forks in this road. Which camp should we go to?
I don't see any fox. The ferret like kind of stands up, sort of wobbles on the shoulder, looking around. Are you sure you didn't get hit too hard?
Let's
Considering I'm
go
talking
left.
to a ferret, I'm not so sure anymore.
I'm not a ferret. I'm Little Paw.
I thought you were Stu.
You are Stu.
The child looks at them, looks between them all. Okay.
And so, Hen, Elowin, Kara, and Stu set out. Again, like I said, the signage makes it pretty clear that this is the main lumber with 2 satellite lumber camps
Okay.
off to the side.
What is this
So
one?
which one do you want to go to? That is marked as Elora's halfway house. You're not quite sure what that is. But it's on the
wanna
road.
go there.
So it's
Why would someone build half a house? That's silly. Everyone around here is silly.
Can't argue with that.
all right. It is going to take you which camp are you going to, first of all?
I thought we were going to the halfway house.
Let's go to the halfway house.
I mean, I was heading to the
Halfway house.
main lumber camp.
Okay.
Hey.
Hmm?
Crazy Kitty. If we go to the halfway house, maybe they have the fox you lost.
All right. So you start traveling north. As you start traveling, rain picks up, which is not that bad because right now it is at the end of Serenith, which is the equivalent of June. So it's a pretty hot summer day. It's only 2 days after the solstice. So the rain is actually pretty cooling. It makes everything a little bit more pleasant. You know, except for the fact that it drenches Little Paw's fur. And probably cars too. About
sorry, go ahead.
Around about 4 o'clock, you reach this fork. And now you decide if you actually want to go to the halfway house or if you want to go to something that is mentioned in the adventure. Either way is fine. I can run whatever.
So, on our way there, Tara is looking for like any kind of heavy rocks. She's getting to fill her pack with them. Not enough to get encumbered, but to stay close to it. She's trying to weight train on her way.
Okay. You decide how much of your bulk you wanna pick up, and that's how much bulk you currently have in rocks. I think you currently have, without getting encumbered. Your current bulk is 3 light. Your max encumbered is 8. So you can get up to 7 bulk of stones, which is a lot of stone.
Yep.
And still manage to move without being encumbered.
She's gonna have 7 bulk of stones in there. I don't know how to add that.
We're just gonna, say it's there right now.
Yeah.
If you keep it in between adventures, I'll add it to your chart. But otherwise, you have a lot of heavy rocks. And if you pick up anything else while you have all these rocks, you're going to be encumbered. So, which way are you going at the fork?
Well, we have the 2 lumber camps to the right and the halfway house to the left. What was the name of it again?
The sign that is at the fork says Ilara's halfway house.
Its name is Sir Not Appearing in this show.
I've got wiki entries on it. I could come up with something. But,
I see. So you don't have anything prepared for it?
Not at the moment.
No, Hen wants to head to the lumber camp immediately.
I honestly did not think with the information that I gave you that you want to go to the halfway house. I should have realized.
To the halfway house.
And you did a lot of preparation over the past week.
I did. And you going to a place that has absolutely nothing to do with the quest was not something I'd considered.
I mean, it's right next to the trees.
I feel like you just should have considered it just based on principle. I'm going to be honest.
I should have.
Yeah.
I should have realized, it's on the map. They'll want to go there.
Part 1, make the plan. Part 2, throw the plan out because the players do not go with the plan.
Like you try to track down Payday Tatum to fight him. It's delightful. It's wonderful. This is why I love tabletop games. This right here. So a decision does have to be made though. Which way are you going?
Halfway house.
Halfway house.
Yeah, we're going to the halfway house.
Henrietta walks off towards the lumber camp.
Are you going off by yourself?
She made it very clear that's where she's going.
Okay, the goblin starts heading off towards the lumber camp.
Okay.
Are you splitting the party?
It looks like it.
Yep.
Okay,
I guess so.
Great.
Hopefully.
So you arrive at your respective locations. Actually, let me make a quick roll here to see if anything fun happens. I could have rolled this stuff in advance, but quite frankly, I quite enjoy a little bit of randomness and chaos.
Well, then it's a good job I gave you the chance, then, isn't it?
Make this a
Hopefully, you'll remember that and not kill me.
I'm sure Rex will be fine over there.
I mean, Rex will be fine. Hen might not be.
No random encounters today. So we're going to go with the halfway house first because it is.
It's more of the party, to be fair.
It's more of the party, and also it's not the path. Go ahead and deal.
You broke up for that whole bit there.
Yep.
Oh, sorry. It's most of the party, and it's not the actual path forward. So let's go ahead and deal with that before we move on. Where is halfway house? Give me just 1 second while I look this up. This won't take long. Apologies for the dead air. There's also that. So, the three of you head down that road, and round about 6 o'clock in the evening, just as the rain is clearing up and the clouds are breaking, you arrive at what appears to once have been a fairly large building, but now appears to be blackened timbers, as it's clearly been the victim of a fire. And not a recent one either.
Well, Stu, I believe that is why it's half a house.
Where'd the other half go?
Up in flames.
Well, you still need your fork, so.
That means it's a firehouse.
Might also be something else interesting still surviving.
Tara's gonna poke around and nudge some of the wood that's charged. Just try to suss out if this was a accidental or if it looks like it was intentional.
All right, why don't you give me a a seek check, which is perception.
Hey, what?
A seek check, which is perception.
I have no token to use. What?
Oh, because there's no token on this.
That
You
was
should be able to
weird.
still roll
Yeah.
perception. That's a pretty good perception there, Kara. You start looking through it. There's charred timbers around everywhere, caked ash. The ash is not washed away yet. It means the fire was probably within the last year. Like, it can't have been too long, but at the same time, this is not recent. You find a small stuffed doll with its face seared off, spilling dirty stuffing, and a troop of half-melted tin soldiers, their bodies twisted and deformed by the heat. And you also notice what appears to be a glint under a pile of ash. And going over to it, you brush the ash away, and you discover a trap door. That has a lock on the outside, but the lock has been melted shut by the heat.
I think I found something. Why would someone have a locked door here?
Maybe your fox are down there.
Let's go see.
I wasn't talking about physical rocks or physical forms.
The ferret gets a quizzical look on her face, and you're just like, but
Unfortunately, because the lock is melted shut, it cannot be picked with your thievery law. To get in the door, it would have to be forced.
R is going to try to pull the lock apart.
Okay. Give me an athletics check.
I really do need more training.
Yeah, it is. I mean, you are trying to break metal. Even if its strength has been reduced somewhat by the heat, you're still trying to break metal. Your first attempt just does not do it.
I bet Payday could do this easily. Then again, I'm not really good with my hands. I'm more better with my legs. She's going to try to kick it. And she's going to adopt her dragon stance for it.
Okay, turn on your dragon stance. And give me an attack roll.
How do I activate that?
On your character sheet, there should be a use button next to your dragon stance.
This? Ah.
There it is. Yeah. If you go to your actions tab, there you go. That now gives you the ability to use the dragon's tail. with a cat hiss. You do a pretty good strike there. You definitely hit it. You, in fact, that is a critical hit because you beat it by more than 10. So go ahead and hit the critical button. Oh, wait, I think it might be immune to crits. Oh, well, doesn't matter. All right. You focus. Really not happy that you couldn't break it the first time. And you give it a kick that snaps the lock off. A good solid kick. And the lock is now snapped. The trapdoor can be opened now.
See, I'm not that weak. She's taken the rather prideful stance from having broken that with just her tail.
Okay. Elowen, you've been quiet this time. What have you been doing?
Just kind of trying to like watch her friends.
Okay.
She's not super helpful
But
with strength stuff like this.
you now have an unlocked trapdoor.
Then we should go look inside.
See what they were trying to keep down there.
Little Paul's gonna hop down.
As you open the trapdoor, a overwhelming stench of rot comes up from the rank cellar. You're going down now into an underground cellar level, which means that while there was a lot of wood stuff here that burned, the structure itself was earth. And so it did not burn as much. And that means that you can see the dark, rust-colored stains on the floor here, which appears to be related to the fact that one wall has all sorts of twisted, barbed, and bladed instruments on it. A single pair of rusted shackles is bolted into the opposite wall. And the bricks of that wall have further deep rust-colored stains. On the floor is the source of the reeking, decaying smell, which is the corpse of a robed woman that is now in a pretty advanced stage of rot.
I'm sorry, but what does halfway house mean from your part of the world? For me, it's usually a term for an orphanage. Why is there torture equipment down here?
Elowen is gonna say a little prayer.
You pray to Pharasma.
Yep.
Presumably something about the psychopomps showing their souls to the afterlife in the boneyard.
Yep. A little something extra because they weren't properly buried.
At least this woman is. She's the only corpse that you find. The stench down here is really awful. Little Paw scent is not one of the things that you picked up for your skills, but still, your nose is a little bit more sensitive than humanoid. It's really bad.
Yeah, she's going to go and go back up.
I swear if this place is related to him. Anyway, we're burning that area of town.
Is there anything down here that looks like it might be of special interest other than, the obvious?
There's the stuff that I described. If you want to search closer, that would be a perception check to. That is a 10. Well, I've got good news and bad news, Elowen.
What's the bad news?
We're going to start with the good news.
Oh, okay.
For dramatic purposes.
Okay.
The good news is you do in fact find something.
Oh, yay.
The bad news is it's spider.
Oh.
A lot of spiders. In fact, a swarm of spiders.
We should probably go.
I think the paws are already going.
Would Tar, you ever notice this?
Once they start coming out of the corpse where they have been living, yes, it's very noticeable.
Oh god, even worse, corpse spiders.
Yep.
It's
You got corpse spiders.
The moment she sees them, she just launches ignition at them.
I said we should
All right.
go.
All right. Yeah, go ahead and choose which version of ignition you're using. Are you attacking?
This is the ranged version.
Okay. Go ahead and roll an attack.
Nice, they're not kind to me today.
No, they are not being kind to you today.
I have to say that's a concentrated ability.
Because it, if something's happening that can violate concentration, you have.
You're breaking up, but I thought this was a one.
Sorry, it's a concentrate. It is one and done, but there are certain effects that can be like ongoing and stuff like that that require you to do concentration even for one and done. So you definitely shoot fire at the spiders. Not enough of them die to really make a dent in the swarm, though. We've got two options at this point. You can either flee in terror and leave the halfway house, or we're going to drop into initiative.
Tara is backing up, leaving, but she's just shooting off those things in panic.
I vote leave.
Little Paw, are you facing the spiders alone?
Little Paw's already outside. What are you talking about?
Okay, good. Faced with a horrible swarm of corpse spiders, you quickly flee up the trapdoor and out of the halfway house. This was a terrible idea. Meanwhile, in the lumber camp, the lumber camp. Here's a actual image of sort of a rustic logging camp to give you an idea of what it looks like.
Yep, that sure looks like a lumber camp. Yep.
Yeah. lots of basically log cabins, a barracks, an office. Not a lot else. There's maybe 3 or 4 buildings total. Big old campfire. A lot of lumberjacks moving around. How are you approaching Hen?
Just right up from the main road.
Okay. You approach right up for the main road as a goblin. The good news is you're not being very threatening, so they're not going to attack right away. But you are a goblin, which means by the time you actually get to the camp and they've seen you, they've all got their axes out. And one man, sort of grizzled old guy, oh, I guess I didn't. Right, because I've got him here. Okay. Sorry, had to find where I put him. Yeah, sort of grizzled old guy. Steps forward, got an axe in hand. You speak common, goblin?
Yeah.
Ain't used to seeing
she's going to have
goblins
her
out here who
hands.
ain't. Yes?
Sorry. She's going to have her hands like up as high as they'll go.
All right. We ain't got no scraps or garbage or whatever it is you eat.
I mean, I eat the same as you guys, but I'm not here for that.
Why are you here?
Well, you guys are lumberjacks, right? You know about the trees.
He looks around. Are we lumberjacks? And everybody starts guffawing. Yes, they are very clearly lumberjacks.
Well, which one of you knows about old trees?
Old trees.
Yeah, like the oldest ones in the woods.
Oh. Why you want to know something like that?
I'm here on a job from Falcon's Hollow for the healer there. She needs something off those trees.
Got any proof of that? I ain't never known Laurel to work with goblins.
Well, I have some friends coming. There's like a healer and some sort of punchy person. But they went to the halfway house.
Why'd they go there? There ain't nothing there but a burned out ruin.
I don't know. I said they should come with me to here because people are dying in Falcon's Hollow, so kind of important.
Go ahead and roll me diplomacy. Let's see how you do here. Not going to be too hard because you're not asking them to do anything too onerous, but you are a goblin.
Yeah, I'm definitely much better at intimidation than I am diplomacy.
I mean, if you want to try threatening them instead, but you know. That's a 10. That's not terrible.
Look, if I was with any of the clans or anything, I wouldn't have come here on my own. You know, I'd have been more sneaky than that.
I mean, he's or she's. I can't tell goblin gender. I, they're not like they got a point. Goblins don't never go nowhere alone. I mean, they do, but they don't like just walk up to you. All right, all right, all right. I mean, you know, every duskwood tree in this forest, by law, can only be logged by the lumber consortium. You ain't planning on poaching.
I mean, look at the size of those trees. And look at me. I couldn't bring one of those down if you were paying me to.
Yeah, I suppose that's a point. All right. Mylon. Mylon, come over here. You know the old stuff. And out comes this man in a big wide brimmed hat and like an oiled leather jacket, and he's clearly somebody who's not just he's clearly someone who spends lots of days in the woods, not just coming back to the camp every night. I mean, he's more a ranger than a lumberjack. So you're looking for the elder tree, are you?
Yeah, specifically some of the moss. Like, I don't need none of the tree itself, I don't think.
Yeah, I've heard people say that the moss has some healing properties. I never took no notice of that, but I suppose it can't hurt. There's plenty of it there. All right. Well, what you want to do? What you want to do is, well, first of all, what did you want the moss for?
Oh, Laurel's got like this cure that she needs to make for the people in Falcon's Hollow. They're sort of dying from coughing up blood and stuff. So
My nephew's in Falcon's Hollow. All right, I'll give you a map, but you make sure my nephew gets that cure if he's sick. All right.
well, yeah, that's what we intend to do for everyone who's sick, is get this cure sorted.
Okay. All right. So what you do is you head to the Droskmere. That's that lake in the middle of the hollow, or the middle of the Darkwood. Once you hit the Droskmere, you head around to the other side of that, and then you strike out a little bit north, and you'll find it. And he sketches you a crude map, but one that is properly proportioned. Like, he clearly knows the wood very well. You'll find it there.
And I know this sounds like possibly some trouble, but do you know where the witch's house would be?
Oh, the old witch. I heard about her in a long time.
Yeah, she's probably dead by now, but apparently some of the stuff we need grows near where that woman lived. So if we could get like just an area to look, it'd really help us out.
Let's see. That would be right about here. And he marks a place a little ways west of the elder tree. Yeah. It was about there that she lived. Or at least so I hear. I never went to visit her myself. Neither did my my folks. It was more their time than mine.
Fair enough. You know, most people are told to stay away from witches anyway, so
It's good policy. It is good policy.
wouldn't be going
So,
there if I didn't have to.
What else you need?
We're looking for something that might be up in Droskar's crag or something.
What, in the mountains?
Yeah. Some mushrooms grow there apparently.
Mushrooms. Well, Droskar's Trag's still pretty big. You got anything to narrow it down from?
I think someone said something about dwarven ruins.
Okay, yeah. Closest dwarven ruins is out on the map. It's right on the edge of the woods. That's where you'll find the closest one. It's an old monastery, I think. Ain't been inhabited for a long time, though. Not sure what's there.
Well, I mean, dwarven monastery, they worship forges, right? That's probably what we're looking for there.
Yeah, their old forge god or whatever. Weren't good human god, I know that much.
I mean, humans have too many gods these days.
Well, that's true. Now, me, I'm partial to Gosra. If you ain't partial to Gosra around here, storm on you or something.
Well, I mean, I'll offer a prayer.
It's a good idea if you're going to be out in the woods. Gosra cares a lot about the woods. Anyways, I would not recommend going out there at night if you can help it. I mean, if you're going to go that far, you're going to end up at night anyway. Back, but like you might want to camp here.
She's just going to sort of look around to look at all the people that are probably still kind of uneasy.
Yeah, and they look very uneasy at that position. Like Mylan apparently is.
I think I'll go back on the road a little ways. Maybe find my friends.
Oh yeah, if they're out this late, that could be a problem.
I mean, they're probably only on the road, right? So.
And you said they went to the halfway house?
Yeah, it's where.
They probably gotten here by now. If they stick to the road, they ought to be okay. They try cutting across the wood, that could be a problem. But you know, maybe they'll be lucky. I mean, I've been out in the wood at night plenty of time. Nothing too bad's happened to me yet.
And Gosra pray that it never does.
Yeah, Gosra protect. All right. So, where are you going on the road? Are you just going to hang outside the lumber camp, or are you going to go track down your friends?
I'm going to head down the pathway until I'm probably about 40 to 50 meters away from like their furthest gate, and I'm just going to set up camp.
Okay, so still pretty close to the lumber camp then.
Yeah, close enough that if I need to, I can run it behind their walls if something happens out here, but far enough away that they can feel safe that I'm not in their camp all the time.
We're just going to ignore that.
Other
screen.
three. Just realize I've still got town ambience going on. There should not be town ambience. Now we need forest ambience. There we go. So here's the question. It's about 6 o'clock. Sun's still out because it's summertime. Sun sets late. The three of you who have just fled the burnt ruins of Alar's halfway house, where are you headed now, and how are you?
We should probably start thinking about finding somewhere to sleep.
I'm sleeping right here.
I should start thinking about finding somewhere to sleep.
Are you going to travel a ways before sleeping, or are you going to set up camp near the halfway house?
What do you guys think would be safer?
Any place that's far, far away, that burned down house.
I guess we'll travel a little bit then.
Right. Are you traveling? So there's the halfway house. There's the lumber camp, which I'm assuming is your destination.
Yeah.
Are you traveling in a straight line, or are you going down to the fork?
Probably a straight line. It's faster.
Yep.
Okay. You set out off the road. You get about to there before it starts actually getting dark. Even then, like, sunset's pretty late in summer. However, there are things in the woods. So let's see if we run into any of them.
They've got a healer with them. They wouldn't be stupid enough to go in the woods at night.
Well, they're not going precisely in the woods. They're cutting across the border of it, but it's still not on the path. All right. As it's starting to get dark and you decide to set up camp, probably around there. Not quite to the lumber camp yet. I would like the three of you to give me a perception check.
Yay.
Little Paw is clearly already asleep. Kara, can I get a perception check from you?
Sorry. How are we looking at time-wise for the stream?
We are heading towards wrapping up for this session. Okay. Everything's safe. There's absolutely no problems. You bed down for the night. Are you setting up? And this is a question for Hen as well. Are you going right to sleep? Are you setting up watches? How are you handling the night?
Well, I feel like our group at least should have some sort of watches.
Of the people in your group, you, Elowen, are the one full 8 hours in order to.
Sorry, you cut out there. What was that?
Elowen, you need a full 8 hours of sleep to get your spells back and your abilities back. And Kara, you need a full 8 hours sleep to get your innate use of ignition back. I think it's a once a day thing, right? Kara?
They're unconscious.
It may be unconscious.
No, sorry, something out of stream is kind of getting my focus. Okay. What were we saying?
In order to get your ignition is a daily use, right?
No, it's at will.
Oh, it's at will. Never mind then. So the only one who needs a full 8 hours of sleep uninterrupted is Elowen.
Do elves not get trance anymore?
It is. Yeah, it's not that way anymore, I don't think. Let me look it up just to make sure.
Because this would be the first system I've ever seen where they make elves sleep like humans.
Yeah, Pathfinder has more humanish elves. Yeah, that immunity to sleep is no longer from just. Nor do you get it from being a woodland elf, which is the type of elf. I think there might be. Let's see. No, I guess not. Nope, they dropped that for second edition. So no, elves have to sleep.
Wild. Well,
Yeah, I know.
How sad.
Little Paul will take a watch.
Okay. Which watch are you taking, Little Paul?
First watch.
All right.
If everyone will let the little ferret take the watch.
And who's taking second watch?
I'll
I
take
can.
a.
Okay, never mind.
Sorry.
Yeah. And then Elowen, you wake up, and you can do your hour of preparation, everything like that done.
Okay.
So that will take you until 8 o'clock on Sunday, the 24th of Saraneth, the second day since this adventure began. And that, actually I'm going to roll one more time for one last watch, just to see if anything fun happens. All right. All right, fun. That will happen next time. This is a good place to end it, since it is at the end of the day, the beginning of the next day. Next week, we will continue with day 2 and also your trek into Dark Moon Wood, because by the time it gets to about 10 o'clock, as long as you move fairly swiftly, you will arrive at the lumber camp and be able to meet back up with him.
Nice.
That sound good to everybody?
Yeah.
That sounds good.
All right. I hope everybody had a really fun time. It
Thank you
was
for
a
putting all
genuine
this
pleasure
together.
being your game master. What's that?
Thanks for putting it all together.
Oh yeah, I had so much fun doing this. It's been a while since I've GM'd a tabletop game. You know, I've mostly been doing stuff with the guild online.
Yeah.
So this was a delight for me. I hope everybody enjoyed themselves. I am looking forward to next week, where you're going to go into the Dark Moon Woods and deal with all sorts of problems. Until then, I have been your game master, Serpent.
And I'm Xios.
I'm Tavia, playing Little Paul the Ferret, whose name is now Stu.
I'm Rex D, playing Henrietta Iron Spirit, or Hen, who named Stu.
I'm Celestia, who plays Elowen Castan.
And we'll be back next week with session 1, as well as probably Swatter tomorrow and the day after. Bye.
Bye.
Bye.